So we're just one person, parent or that generation or grandparent, and one quality of resilience. And then as you're thinking about that person, especially if this is someone who you already had on your intergenerational map of trauma, what is one significant event or trauma that they had in their life, and that maybe this resilience was some a way that they worked with that or became more healed around that? And then as you close your eyes, this is a good one to do with eyes closed because of the visualizing that we're going to be doing. But if you want, you can have your eyes open and have put the visuals up on the wall on the other side of the room or something. And notice your body and your breath, what's happening energetically. Is there any tightening through any part of your body? Is there a feeling of heaviness in your chest? What's happening in your body? And take a few breaths. And then the first part of this exercise is to really notice the trauma and how it actually turned out in their lives. What do you know about them and the defense mechanisms that they had, the way that perhaps they were very shut down? What do you know about them? What is the look on their face? What can you tell? Can you tell that this person is really shut down? Does it look like there's a lot of anger in this person? Whenever you were around them, it felt like they might explode. Maybe they would drink and then later in the evening they would get mean. Just run through your memory bank of some significant memories of this person. And notice as you're looking at that, what it feels like in your own body. If anything gets too intense, you can always tap. Bring those two fingers to your forehead and transfer your attention away from the image or the words and into the sound and the sensation of the tapping. You could put a frame around it and trace the space on the outside. Let's take another minute or so. Really notice this person who'd been traumatized and they didn't heal, not to the extent that they might have anyway. Notice your beliefs, any words that might be coming in. And then use some descriptive words. This happened to that person, and for the rest of their life, they handled it this way. They didn't really heal from it. Or they healed some, but maybe not as much as they could have. And this is the effect that it had on me. I was scared of their anger. I was really hurt and took on the judgment from them, whatever it might be for you. What was the effect of that on you? And for this part, we're really staying in the observer. We're looking at images, we're noticing sensation. This was the event. This is what it felt like to me. And then let that come to a close. There's that practice of throwing down the energy where we have our hands above our head with your fists and go, "Phew," and you throw it down into the ground. Do that 3 or 4 times. Let yourself take a few deep breaths. Let yourself kind of shake that off. Let that move to the back. You've had a look, and now we're going to move on to something else. I'm going to share the screen again just so that you can remind yourself of maybe a quality of resilience that they did display, or they could have displayed it a little bit more. If they had been able to find some gratitude or some creativity or loyalty, whatever it might be. And then close your eyes again. And this time, we're not witnessing, we're not being objective, we're not staying kind of in the background. We're going to go right into this as though it's actually true. What we're looking at is you bring up an image in your mind of that person's face as though they had already completely healed before you were even born. The incident happened, whatever it was, and they completely healed from it. And they might have been using one of these qualities of bravery or whatever it might be. So take a quality that you noticed about them, something that was helping them be resilient. Only this time, they have completely let go of the trauma. They've completely healed whatever it was. They don't have those deficiency beliefs anymore. They don't have the defense mechanisms. This is someone who is not affected in any way anymore by that negative event that happened. And notice how they are breathing. Notice how they're standing or sitting. And notice the qualities that are going on in their life. If that hadn't been holding them back, if that had been completely healed, what might they be doing for a living? Or what might have been the really pivotal qualities of their life? They had more confidence. Would they have done something different in the workplace? Or what would the qualities be? Their body might have been different. If somebody wasn't drinking, their health would be better. What might that look like? And really bring them to mind. What would they say about their life? How would they describe their life? Really anchor into the look on their face. What is their expression? And how do they look at you? If your parent or grandparent was completely healed before you were even born, what was your experience with them? If you were crying because you got hurt, you tripped and fell or something, what were their relationships like with the other adults around? Did they provide a safe, nurturing environment for you? And let yourself kind of move through that movie, through the different ages you were as a child. You had a disturbing thing happen at school. What would happen when you got home? What kind of support would they have given you? How would you feel about yourself? Let yourself really be there. Use all of your senses. What about when you were a teenager? You can stay with one age or you can move it forward. What was your experience like then? And what kind of beliefs and understanding do you have of the world? You've been raised in this environment where it's really safe. The adults are very present. Your parent or grandparent have already completely healed. They're completely safe for you to be with. Notice your body and your breath. And then bring yourself forward into your adult life. Bring your own image to mind, not necessarily the one that you see in the mirror, but the image of yourself as someone who was raised in an environment where you felt seen and encouraged and nurtured and supported, where the trauma that you had didn't happen. Your parent, grandparents were completely healed. And look at how you would describe your life as an adult who was raised in a family where there was no trauma, where everyone in the family felt connected. There was no deficiency stories. You knew you were lovable, you counted, you were good enough and worthy enough. There was never any hesitation. You know that in every cell of your body. Notice what that feels like inside as you're looking at that image of you. Look at the expression on your face and your body language. Notice the kinds of thoughts that you have. And notice the kinds of thoughts that are really supporting you. What is it that you know in every cell of your body? You are already whole. You're already healed. Really sink into that experience, that knowing. What kind of a life do you have? Who are you with? What are your relationships like? What kind of work do you do? Are you happy with that? Feel into this 100%. This is what it feels like. I am already whole. I know my value. I'm kind. I'm my own friend and my biggest supporter. I'm surrounded by people who love and care about me. Notice how you feel in your body, what's happening with your breath. And as you're looking at this picture, you're absorbing what that feels like into your body, into your mind. Notice how people would describe you. What would they say about you or your resilience? Kind of person that you are? What do they admire most about you? And without any sense of false modesty or any kind of discomfort, notice that that's true. It feels really true on a very deep level. Notice how it feels in your body. You are already whole, already healed. This is what your life is. And then take a moment to look back. What was it that you noticed as you were doing the inquiry around your parent or grandparent? What was the same and what was different?